Ukrainians have made significant breakthroughs on Russian lines, as you mentioned, in that Kherson region, where they're continuing to push eastward. And bear in mind that this was a counteroffensive that was somewhat at a standstill for about 2 months, but now it is making some significant gains over there. Up in the Kharkiv northeastern region, the Ukrainians are continuing to clear up mines in these recaptured territories after their lightning-fast counteroffensive over there that we've seen over the past few weeks. And especially over this past weekend, they are now pushing into the Donetsk. With that recapture of Lyman, it gives them a significant battlefield victory, taking over a significant transit hub. Now, bear in mind that the Russians are very, very dependent on railway routes for supplying their forces into that Donbass region. Now, the Donbass in itself is comprised of 2 of those provinces, one of them being Donetsk and the other being Luhansk. And we are hearing some unconfirmed, unverified reports that the Ukrainians are actually gaining some ground in the Luhansk region as well. So it does seem that the Ukrainians are making significant gains on the western side of that Dnieper River, which acts as a natural divide between the Ukrainian and the Russian fronts. And it does seem that they will continue their push into that Luhansk region, perhaps towards Severodonetsk, which was the scene of severe battles, especially in the summer. Significant breakthroughs for the Ukrainians in that Kherson front line in the south. This is ongoing as we speak. We are just seeing new reports now, unverified of course, but new reports of 4 additional small villages being taken on that Kherson front, solidifying the Ukrainian forces hold on that western bank of the Dnieper River. Now, of course, this follows the rapid-fire counteroffensive in the northeast, in that Kharkiv region. We are seeing reports that the entire region of Kharkiv is almost completely taken back by the Ukrainian forces. Again, these are unverified reports that we're seeing online. It does seem that the Ukrainians are continuing with their push towards Donetsk. Of course, with that takeover of Lyman, that's a significant city in the Donetsk region, which served as essentially a transport hub for the Russian military, which is very dependent on railway supplies to the Donbass region. And now there are renewed reports of a renewed push to the Luhansk region, which is considered a major blow to Russia. This is the region that comprises the Donbass, one of Vladimir Putin's war goals in the region. And of course, it does seem that the Ukrainian military are emboldened with their constant advances. Kyiv has maintained that they will not recognize any such treaty. These lands that were annexed by Moscow last week are Ukrainian, is what Kyiv continues to say. And the defense forces here in Ukraine have maintained that any referendum, any sham referendum, will play no part in this country as their military continues to make advances in both the northeast as well as the southern fronts. And of course, we've been hearing from people, the people that we've been speaking to here in Kyiv, who said that again, these territories are Ukrainian and they will return to Ukraine. And it seems as though the general sentiment here is that this is all just a temporary war strategy from Moscow, and that Ukraine is on the winning front over here. That's the sentiment shared by many here in Kyiv. The international community, as well as Kyiv, continue to say that the referendums or the vote that took place over the last 5 days are indeed illegal. Of course, the Ukrainian president has said that under no circumstances will this be recognized by anyone here in Ukraine. He does say that any possible route of negotiation or peace talks are now off the table now that these referendums have taken place. And as you heard Dasha say over there, the preparations are underway, but that doesn't seem to stop the Ukrainian army from continuing their counteroffensive. They are making moves towards Lyman. There are reports that they are trying to surround that city, as well as in that southern front line near Kherson. There are some military movements over there against these Russian forces, despite the referenda and despite the news of new conscriptions coming into play.